Hi everyone and welcome to a little walkthrough of an album I've been working on. Now this album, or the concept for this album, is actually an idea by Katz. Now she came up with this tag book for her Graphic 45 Ambassador auditional project, and I loved it. So I was talking to Cal one day and we decided that she would make one of mine and I would make one of hers. So I then jumped at the chance of doing the tag book. The only problem is I don't actually have any of the Graphic 45 tags or tag dies, and they're pretty hard to get hold of. So you'll see in a second, I've added my own little twist and something that I could actually do. And I've used the Graphic 45 Wild and Free papers. And the brilliant thing is, I've actually only used half of what is in the pack. So technically I could make another one of these exactly the same, or I've got enough for another project. But I did use as well is the die cuts packs. So when you come to the tags, you'll see that I've actually decorated it with the tags, with the die cuts. So the cover, I've just decorated with one of the fussy cut pieces from one of the papers. And this lovely green paper from the back then continues on the side. Again, this was cut from the same sheet as this one. And then I've just used what was left on the back with one of the sticker sheets that came with the paper pad. And the lion there, he's also one of the stickers. And this was just a little piece left over, I think, from one of the pages earlier on. So it was a bit shorter, but it didn't matter because I was able to bring it in a little bit. So that's the cover. And this is where you'll see that mine differs from Cal's. And at the end, I'll show you how I made my tags. So because of my tags are different, I've had to alter it a little bit. And as you can see, what I've used are the Batwing tags from CoolKatz. So we've got that lovely decorative scalloped edge to it. So rather than the Graphic 45 tags, these are what I've done. So I'll show you later how I made my tag booklets using these dies. Now in Cal's, she had this as a plain with just a photo mat there. I've added some pockets because I actually cut these ones out of the wrong sized die. So I wanted somewhere to put them. Right. And as I said, Cal's was the Graphic 45 tag book, and I'll link to that below. And the idea was that each of the booklets slides into a pocket in the album. And then you open it up and you have some photo spaces inside. And the amazing thing was I could get, if I show you on the second page, it'll be better to explain. I was able to get the backing paper and all this from one, but I'll show you better on the 2-page spread. And these are the die cuts I've just then built up. And then inside, these photo mats fit 3 by 4 inch photo. Now, because these were a different size, I did actually alter the page. So I've used Cal's method, but my own measurements. So my pages ended up being 6.5 by 5.5. So if you look at her measurements, and she's got a PDF and everything, which you can download. If you want to make one with the CoolKatz tags, you'll just have to make sure your pages end up 6.5 by 5.5. And then the cover was 7 by 6.25 with a 2.5 inch spine. So let's put our giraffe page back in. And here, if I'll show you on this one. So we've got another of these tag booklets here with more of the die cuts. And these were a bit of the fussy cuts. And I've kept that as a little pocket. So we've got another little journal space there, using just one of the scraps from the paper, because the Batwing Tag dies actually come with 6 dies going down. The one main tag, one matte layer, a tag, matte layer, and a tag and a matte layer, but I'm only going to use the 2 bigger ones to show you how I made these books later on. And again, more photo spaces inside. Let's have a quick look at those. And I was able to get, if I pull this one out, the paper's cut for this page, the 3 spines, this bit, use the reverse for here, and enough for these out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. That's how I've only used half my pad. So this time, the tag book was on the other side. It's right here. And I've got more of the die cut, 3D mounted this time. As I said, I've kept that as a little pocket. I was going to do it as a belly band, but I thought it would just slide out. I gotta say, I really like this page, or this paper. And then these triangles, you might spot, have a little bit glossy. That's because they're the stickers. So we had these 2 banner stickers. I think there's another 3 in the sticker sheet. And I just glued just the edge here and here so that my tag can slide in. And I had a little play here with the CoolKatz cat size dies and my crocodile to add a little brad. So if you wanted to add string and things, you can do that. And again, I've got a 3x4 photo space in there. And these were done with the photo slot dies by CoolKatz. So I could just keep it like that. And you can just slot your photo then inside. And you can keep changing it if you want then. So you're not having to glue it down. And it's just held in place there. And some more of the fantastic papers then just left as it was. I just added a little tuck spot here with one of the stickers in case you wanted to add something, but I just didn't want to cover that images. And you can see it spreads right across the lion. His body starts here and works its way through, and this lovely leopard print. And again, 3D mounted some, backed that onto some of the craft card because it just got a bit lost. And again, just another one of the die cuts stuck behind. And this one then I had to do opening the other way because it slides in this side. I gotta say, these little monkeys are adorable. There's quite a gap. I think it's, yeah, and 1/2 inch spine between each one, because I've really gone to town with 3D foam on some of the tags. And another photo space. I've got another one of the decorative tags. Again, it's brilliant to get it all from the one sheet. So this is the reverse of this. So I've tried to tie the tag in with the little strip on each paper. And then because I've used the Batwing tags, I've used the Batwing belly band die. So that just goes behind then. Obviously you can just add your photos behind there as well. And this page then was the rest of this page. Like I said, I got it all from one sheet. And again, didn't want to hide it. So what I've got is a little tuck spot there. And again, from the rest, those tags, do you remember saying I cut the wrong one? This was the size for the matte layer. So that's why I've got so many tags, because I made some space then. Again, with some of those photo slots. This one then is made with the next tag down. There is another third smaller one again. Oh, that was here, wasn't it? So those are the 3 sizes you get. So you get that 2 dies there, 2 dies there, and 2 dies there. So then this is a smaller photo. So it's a 2 by 3. That's from the photo slot set 1. The regular size 3 by 4, 6 by 4, 7 by, oh no, 3 by 4. I think that's set 1 as well. I'll have to check. But there's set 1 and set 2. Just have a look which ones. And then that just mimics the front side. And again, room to put our tag dies in there. So that was my Cal Summers tag book from her Graphic 45 Ambassador audition project. But I've got a Come One, Come All project on the go. So I thought I'd make one of those little tag books and show you how I made it. So as I said, you get 2 dies in your CoolKatz tag set. They look very similar, but it is just tiny bit smaller. So this is my base one. This is my decorative one. And then you can also get your photo slot dies, which are just 4 curves. And you get a decorative edged photo mat. If I look at this, you can see, let's get into focus, a nice stitched edge. And this then is just a tiny bit bigger than your 3 by 4. So this is one of the journaling cards from Graphic 45, which is 3 by 4. And as you can see, it gives you a tiny decorative border, and it works as well. In this set, you also get the 6 by 4 one, which fits those cards as well. So to make my tag book, I cut out 4 of my base color, which this time is going to be black. Now you could do it with 2, but I do it with 4 just to add extra strength and to hide my tape, and also to get the cleaner edge showing on both sides. So that'll be one side, that'll be the other. But as I say, you can get away with just 2 of them. Then for the inside, I've cut out 2 of a plainer colour cardstock. And inside then, what I've done is just taken the photo slot one, placed it in the middle and cut it out. So I've got these 4 curved slots. Then cut out my photo mat, because this will help me when I come to glue, because it will tell me where not to put glue, but also keep those slots up so you can slide your photos in easily later on. And then I've also got a piece of my Come One, Come All for the front, cut with that smaller one, so the same as these cream ones. And I've also put my photo slots into this one as well, so I can add a journal card. On my Wild and Free one, there were no photo slots, I was just sticking die cuts on. So let's get going. So first of all, I'm going to glue on the reverse side. So you've got your really nice embossed edge and your not so nice curved, as you get with all dies. So I'm just going to make sure I get to the edge. I'm going to glue. So I've got my clean edges facing out on both sides. Lining them up. and my other one. So even if you're not making this tag book, these make great drop-ins anyway for any of your albums. As I said, I've used them just as a plain tag on some of them without the book method in that album. Right, don't want them quite yet. Let's put it together, but I'm going to keep them for a second. Now I'm going to use my CoolKatz tiger tape. And I'm going to be cutting a piece just longer than that spine. There we go. And what I'm going to do is start off at the top there. And then trim off at the bottom. Now you could press that on now and then just fold over, but it depends how thick you've got. Now I've got quite a bit of thickness here, so I'm going to use them just as a guide. And now I'm going to place this on top, because otherwise you're going to have a bulging book. And I'm just going to flip it over. So that's giving me the thickness that I'll need later on for those photo mats. So you can see it's got a little bit of a spine. I'm going to take it off. So you can see the gap between the two of them now. And then I'm just going to take some tape. And I'm going to cover them. So what you could do, if you want it even neater, is do it with one black each side and then stick the other black one on top. But I found that got quite fiddly then, because you're trying to hold both blacks together and this in the middle, and it was just a little bit trickier. So that's why I went for this method for the tutorial. So that's our booklet done. So now it's time to do the inserts. So I said I just cut it out with cream cardstock, cut a black cardstock to go as the insert, and put my photo slot dies in. And now I'm going to glue to the edge. And I'm avoiding all those black bits, because otherwise my photo mat will be glued down. And then I'm just going to line up, and you'll see you've got this perfect border. There we go. And then you could do another one or a plain one on the back. But now for the front, I said I've cut it out my cardstock. I've got one of the mats here. So I put it in. Otherwise, your paper is glued down flat. It's tricky to get it in afterwards. This way, the paper is trained a little bit to be raised. So you can slide things in easier later on. Go. And there we have it. And as I said, the journal cards then, you can either take that black out, or you can keep it in and have a little black border. You could just glue it down if you wanted to, or you could just leave it like that, so you can change and use the back, because the back of the journal cards have nice journal spaces. So you can just leave it loose like that. So there we are, a nice quick tutorial on how to make a little tag book, tag book using the CoolKatz Batwing Tag dies and their photo slots, which then coordinate with your album or can be used with your Cal Summers tag book by slotting in like that. I think I would glue that down. So thanks for watching, and as I said, I'll tag or link Cal's original tag book. She made a lovely one with the Wizard of Oz graphic 45 one. The fussy cutting she did in it was amazing. I will link it in the description below. If you like this project, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, join my Facebook group, Paper Crafting with Paul. Loads of extra inspiration and things in there as well. And I'll also tag the shop, the CoolKatz shop, so you can find where I got the dies for this. And keep an eye out for my Come One, Come All album, which will be coming up soon as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.